Okay, I'll admit, the Vega comment was a bit of a stretch. But he does have the same kind of debonair demeanor and villainous vibes. Good evening, everybody. Hello on the VTube side. Sorry, Twitch viewers, you are currently in ad hell. We'll be waiting for you on the other side. And of course, I am tired after yesterday's excitement, danger, and a win in arcade mode. Look, I'll admit, Edgeworth doesn't have the muscles, but doesn't he got the looks and the face? I could be mistaken. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I've seen Edgeworth. Even though I could just look at the thumbnail of the previous stream and be like, oh, yeah, you're probably right. Hello, Tony. Hello. Hope you're doing okay. To all those out there enjoying the VOD ad-free on YouTube, welcome on in. For those all of you who are lurking, hello, hello. And to anybody who likes the video, we do appreciate it. It has been 2 weeks since we last left off in the world of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and as always, I am scrambling to remember everything that's happened, because it's been 2 weeks. Can't believe, speaking of it's been 2 weeks, it's only been 4, and February is finally over. Or, not finally, I should say. It's sadly over. There's a lot of exciting stuff that happened this month, honestly. I don't know. It just feels like it flew by in an instant to me. But maybe that's just because we did a whole lot this month, you know. Or I should say I did a whole lot this month with the tournaments and streaming and all the exciting announcements, watching other people stream. I don't know, man. It just feels like February has just passed us by like nothing. Yeah, on the plus side, I did not feel the Valentine's blues all that much this year. I've kind of grown melancholy to it as time has gone on. How you doing, Tony? I'm sure you're having a good time. Ooh, making a Sephiroth-themed MTG Commander deck. Yeah, you showed me a couple of previews through DMs. I'm terrified. Michael sent me those images and was like, time's a ticking. Time's a ticking. It's time to get you prepared to die. It's time to prepare to get you to die, old bone man. Okay, now that the Twitch side is back, I've been telling him, like, okay, first let me introduce myself to the good folks who might be watching the VOD back. For those who may not know me, I am Ricky T-Bones, singer, sometimes songwriter, sometimes mostly composer, really, and an enjoyer of many types of games. Case in point, our exciting adventures through Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm a detective, you know. And a good one? Remains to be seen. And we are more or less revisiting Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I've played the game before. I'm going to be as spoiler-free as possible, so I won't let on exactly how much I do remember about it, but it was a long time ago when I watched some, like, YouTube videos of it. Now back to the matter at hand. The reason he says it's time to learn, Bowman, is because, well, there happens to be a very lovely TMNT-themed Magic the Gathering deck coming out soon. And, it piqued my interest at first. But looking at all the card art for it now, yeah, I don't know, man. It's a really cool idea. It's a really cool concept. It looks fun to play. But I don't know if turtles can sway me that much. Hello, zombie! Welcome on in. Welcome on in. How you doing? It's only been a day since we last saw each other. We were just yapping about real quick before we start reading out loud to all the good folks as they fall asleep in the evening, I'm sure. We were just talking about Magic the Gathering and how I have not played it yet. Hello, B! You made it just in time, unless you're listening on your phone, in which case, enjoy the lurking. We're just jabbering on about while Jeremy here sits listening unconditionally, as per usual. You made it just in time. Don't worry. Anyway. Look, a pattern is a pattern, and when you see one in action... Ah, good choice for a lurk. Thank you, Zombie. Thank you for lurking tonight. Anyway, I'm sure you're fine, you're fine. Welcome back from work, or welcome to the last hours of your shift, whatever it may be. Only 11 out of the cards is lands? Bruh, yeah, no, you need more mana. It should be like at least 30, maybe? Hell, 40? If you're gonna be playing powerful cards, you gotta have the money to spend on them, you know? As you please, as you please. Yeah, hey, don't feel free to like reach out to Michael or Raptor. They know how to play Magic the Gathering fairly well. I'm probably gonna have Michael teach me how to play Magic at some point. But holy shit. Can we let's put a pause on this. Can we talk about all the exciting shit that's happening that's not this stream today? RE9 is out, and I saw a lot of my friends streaming it. Ben was streaming it, Senecal streaming it. Some streamers I follow, like the Hoshigamis, are streaming it. Like, I'm praying that I'm like I don't want to see spoiler stream of the day, but it's very unlikely anybody will tune in tonight, so I'll just be focusing on making this good for the VOD. Leon, give this fuck-ass haircut. Did you expect him to do anything different? What, were you expecting a man bun buzz cut? The man's gotta look. He's gotta preserve it, you know? Yeah. No, I've seen him. He looks good. He looks good. He makes me feel young. Not gonna lie. But I saw a couple of moments of the game, and it looks like a cinematic masterpiece. One day I'll have a computer or a console that can run the RE games. Right now, I think maybe I can run some of the first remakes, like RE2, etc. But unlikely I could ever stream it. You feel physically ill at one part? That's impressive for you, honestly. Like, not a lot gets you, B. So that's interesting. I mean, that must mean they're leaning more towards psychological horror, which is good. Good. I learned that I have not, in fact, gotten over that certain phobia. Don't know which one we're talking about, but... what was I gonna... Is there anything else? Oh no. Trust me, I sure wasn't that intended that way. It was just there. I don't know which phobia we're talking about though. But I'll take your word for it just so we don't all lose our lunch on this one. The Pokemon Presents was this morning and I got to be awake for it. I'm sorry I didn't ping anybody about it, but I was actually over at Phantom's channel watching it live alongside Franky, Anna, and Twyla. I just decided, you know what, I can wake up at 7:45 a.m. I can watch Pokemon, and then I proceeded to knock out roughly 2 hours after for about 3 hours. But I already posted an image in the Discord server, which, if you feel so inclined, you can find in the description. I have Leaf Green. It is in my hands. It's on my Switch. I played a little bit of it off stream, and it's a 1-for-1 port, baby. There's no fluff. There's no fancy menus. It's just a really big Game Boy Advance screen, and I'm happy about that for some reason. Oh, I'm so happy. They just restored the pure experience of playing Leaf Green to the Switch. It's a lovely block. And I'm sure everybody's gonna bitch and whine online about like, oh, this could have been on the... Well, a lot of people I know already did complain. Anna was one of them. How it could have been on the GBA collection. It could have been that. There might have been some stuff with Pokemon Champions, like people said during the stream. Isn't Fire Red Leaf Green the Gen 3 remake version? Yes. So it's essentially in the same vein as it looks almost exactly like Ruby and Sapphire, yes. But it's the original OG game with a lovely coat of paint and a lovely remaster of all of the tracks too. So it's worth the $20 for me, especially considering like that was my go-to road trip game. Like before I somehow became really car sick every time I looked at text on the road, I used to play that non-stop when we were like going to places well outside of my hometown. We used to go on big road trips all the time as a family. And Leaf Green, Ruby, Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, those were like my main 3 RPGs in rotation when we were just on the road and there was nothing to look at. So it's got a very near and dear place in my heart. I was more than happy to lose $20 just to play it again. Which I do want to ask at some point. I'm probably gonna make a poll, maybe tomorrow after I post the schedule. Which, by the way, there's a couple cool things I need to announce real quick, and then we'll get to the game. You folks, good folks here. Wouldst thou be interested in a Pokemon Leaf Green playthrough? I don't really need to ask because you guys are always like down for anything, but I feel the need to ask. So I can decide if I want to hold off. Okay, Tony wants it. Of course, Tony wants it. Tony is the Pokemon freak. The game freak, as we like to affectionately call her. I will put out a poll sometime tomorrow asking the community overall if they'd like to see a playthrough. In due time. Soul Link, I don't want to see my Pokemon die. That's the one thing I don't want to do a Nuzlocke off the bat. I will do a Nuzlocke when I relive my memories first. The only Pokemon game you've played is Soul Silver? B, you wound me. And Tony, probably even more so. I never said now, sir. Okay. It's alright, B. It's alright. Pokemon is kind of a luxury. Pokemon is kind of a luxury the longer it's been around. So I am A-okay, yeah. No, you are perfectly fine. In fact, I was telling somebody else that the only reason I ever played the original, like the OG Pokemon Red, was because me, Mama Bones, and Cake were always scrounging around like secondhand stores like Goodwill and such. Way back in the day when we were kids. Flea markets too. That's how I got my hands on a lot of the Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy games. Like there was just really good markets for the stuff around where I lived at the time. Yeah, I know, you're not the biggest fan of Game Freak. We'll see if the new gen wins you over, though. We'll see. You're already skeptical about the starters, as you've made clear, but... So, yeah. No worries, B, no worries. I'm not holding it against you. It's a fantastic series, but not everybody could afford it. Just like not everybody could afford a DS back in the day. And play X and Y and Black and White and etc, etc. Sun and Moon. So... I miss stuff, you miss stuff. A lot of us were poor at the time. And kids. So we were relying on our parents' bank accounts. But that being said, it was a fun presents. And I do got some quick announcements before we begin because we are already way behind the start time schedule. So, cool news, cool beans, especially for Tony. Tomorrow, I will be releasing the top 8 cut of VTuber Co-op Clash number 1. And you might be wondering, okay, wait, Rick, you just said number 1. Why is it number 1? And it's because I am going to try and do more tournaments in the distant future, maybe a month from now or so. 2 months, whatever it may be. But we, internally, I have designated each type of tournament because I do want it to be VTuber oriented, not locked, because we do have a lot of friends who are not VTubers. So VTuber oriented tournaments will be a mainstay, but don't expect it every month or so. Yes, it's not gonna happen again yet, but if I ever do another doubles tournament like that, or duos tournament, depending on the game, hell, team-based game, it will be forever known as VTuber Co-op Clash. And if I do singles, which is like head-to-head, it will be known as Virtual Versus. I looked up both names, and I'm thoroughly surprised they're unique-ish. So I will be making logos for them at some point. I will be hosting more tournaments in the future. And maybe they won't be fighting games only. They might be all sorts of other stuff, you know. Just a matter of logistics as to how I can handle it. Right now, fighting games is definitely my focus. I have looked into Mario Kart 8 tournaments, but it's logistically impossible for me to do. So, we will see what happens in the future, down the line. But I will be definitely hosting more tournaments someday. For now, though... good grief. I do need to fix that at some point. The top 8 is going to be released tomorrow. I'll be putting out an announcement over socials, on Discord, etc. And it is 50 minutes of just the fights. And my god, the fights were spectacular. Watching them back again and again and again, I still can't believe what an amazing show everybody put on. And how much I fumbled the commentary throughout. I did my best with as little understanding of Smash as I could. But I'm also going to be working on clips, more clips soon. I'm going to try and be more proactive with that. And I did work on music, but it's never going to see the light of day because it was just a test. I don't know, honestly. Like, my money was on Doug. Yes, my money was on Doug, given that he and I went hand in hand into Vylympia as Tekken players. But Tekken in Smash, Street Fighter in Smash, hell, even Fatal Fury and Smash are like two different beasts, so... I don't know, I felt like Corrin really held him back, though. I'll need about 3 weeks notice on dates, otherwise I'll never be able to participate and watch. Good to know, B. Good to know. Yeah, B is in the tournament server, by the way, folks. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Oh, really? Ooh. Yeah, I have not been able to watch the VODs of those yet. Okay, we're 21 minutes into this, and this is more of a yap session than it is a Phoenix Wright gameplay, so sorry, VOD watchers, it's taken forever. We're gonna get to the game now. They were talking about how hard I was working on improving? Aww. Nice. Yeah, that's the best part about doing a friends-only tournament. Minus the twins, which was a miracle in itself. Hosting a friends-only casual tournament means that everybody's there to congratulate each other after the rip. Everybody was a good sport in that tournament. There was mad smack talk, but it was all for show. No harm, no foul. And I appreciate all the personality I got to see. Hello, Flash. Welcome on in. We're just about to start the game. Aw, you shucks. I appreciate that, B. Yeah, I also want to say thank you very much to the good people who were like, you know, thought the old model was okay. Me and Tony worked on that. Looking back on it, it's a little uglier than we thought, but when we raided into Doug and they showed off that clip, yeah, we cringed, but everybody was like, oh, it looks fine, it looks great, it looks awesome. So, we appreciate it. It's growing pains, it is what it is. But we raided into Doug last night, B. Yeah. You liked it? Okay, well, thank you. Thank you. Despite it all, it's still me and Tony's hard work, so appreciate it. More so Tony, I just came up with a concept. The concept of a skeleton. Alright, so. All that being said, we should go ahead and focus on the game. Just a little bit. Just a touch. Okay. Petition for a poster of that model. You are going to have to negotiate with Tony on that one. Y'all are just too fucking awesome. Can y'all be assholes for once? No. Hell no. I have one last tangent. I have contemplated, like, so I used to do character cards when I did all my own pixel art avatars. I have contemplated, like, conceptualizing, like, I don't know, a card of every kind of Ricky out there. But I don't think it's gonna happen because I don't know any way to distribute that correctly. It'd be like stickers, I guess. But that requires time, and time is is never on my side. So hell if I know. Anyway, so let me formulate exactly how I want to do this recap. Capture the key points. Okay, we're gonna start from the beginning. So, this is your last warning if you've never played the Phoenix Wright series. We are going to go into spoiler territory for the first 2 episodes, plus this episode, the start of this one. You have had your warning, and we will begin with the recap. Welcome to the world of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, a classic courtroom caper, one episode at a time. We are Phoenix Wright, a rookie defense attorney who was working under the tutelage of Mia Fey, a fantastic defense attorney, but in her own right. Our inaugural case was to defend our good friend Larry Butts, who was accused of murdering his own girlfriend after she returned from a vacation. And the witness was a dodgy name named Mr. Sawit. You're gonna learn that puns are all part of this game. In that court case, we defended Larry. We found ourselves finding the witness who accused him to be the murderer of Cindy Stone. He tried to fool us. He tried to get around us, but ultimately, the decisive evidence was the Thinker, a statue of the Thinker, rather, that turned out to be also a clock created by Larry Butts and presented to Cindy Stone. It was the key evidence that they tried to incriminate him for murder, and it turned out to be the key to the murderer's schemes because it sounded off the time. And said time was the overall key to that case because of when it was set in Paris time, Paris. Long story short, we saved Larry's ass. Larry Butts' ass. Wow, okay. And Phoenix was well on his way to becoming a great rookie defense attorney. Baguette time. Unfortunately, this win was short-lived, as the next case, about a week later, a couple of months later actually, I'm not sure, Miss Mia Fey, our tutor, was murdered in her own office, struck dead with a Thinker. And her entire office was ransacked. The Thinker, according to her sister who was accused of murdering her, Maya Fey, a medium, a spirit medium, was accused of the murder, and she told us later on in the jail cells that it was holding sensitive documents that would be central to a case. Foul play was afoot, and no sooner had we investigated further and tried to find a defense attorney to represent Maya, that we discovered that the office had been wiretapped. In a courtroom case against Miles Edgeworth, and on the witness desk, on the witness podium, Miss April May, we uncovered a massive chain link of, how I should say, blackmail. There was a whole lot of dirt on everybody in the court circuit. The judge, Miles Edgeworth, major players. Nobody would defend Maya, so we ended up being the only person to, and as we delved deeper, we found that April May was working for somebody called Red White. And Red White of Blue Corp was the linchpin to all of this blackmail. It was his connections, it was his arrogance that brought about the death of Mia Fey, and also brought about the prosecution and death, subsequent death, of Mia and Maya's mother during the DL6 incident. An incident which you're going to want to remember about, just for the record. The DL6 incident was a spirit medium use gone wrong by the police. The spirit medium was contacted to contact the victim, and unfortunately, even though the victim supposedly did come in contact with the spirit medium, there was not enough evidence, and so the spirit medium was blamed for the incident, wholly just to cover up the police's tracks. So, with that in mind, we continued to harass Red White of Blue Corp. We found a list of suicides that might be linked to him because of his aggravated blackmailing. And in turn, he decided to point the finger at us. He decided to accuse us of murder. And it did not hold weight, because though try as we might to get him indicted, he kept having the right answer. Him, Edgeworth, the judge, everybody was against us until the very last moment, when the spirit of Mia Fey appeared within Maya. And she handed us a delicate list. A list of names and people. People whom Red White blackmailed. And as we continued reading, he begged us, pleaded with us to stop. Everybody in that courtroom heard the names of well-known officials. And in order to save himself from public scrutiny and being torn asunder by everyone in the room, he confessed to the murder of Mia Fey. It's a very... I'm gonna be real with you. You should go back and watch the VODs if you don't understand the thing I'm saying. But it's a very oversimplification just so we can get on with the game. Now, Mia is no longer with us. The spirit of her lives on through our seeking of justice. And we have our first case. Our first real case as Phoenix Wright Co. & Co. law offices. A man by the name of Will Powers plays the titular role of the Steel Samurai, a hero on screen who is masked at all times, wields a spear of justice, and fights against the evil magistrate, if I recall that correctly. Feel free to correct me on that one. However, tragedy has struck Neo Olde Tokyo as the evil magistrate's actor has been found dead within the Steel Samurai costume and a hole through his chest thanks to the Steel Samurai's spear. No, not in the Steel Samurai's costume, in the evil magistrate's costume. Somebody killed the grand villain, and they immediately accused the hero. I mean, fair play. But all the evidence doesn't add up. There are 3 inconsistencies we have going for us right now. Number 1, the Steel Samurai was seen limping towards the back studio. It could have been Will Powers, who did injure himself during the practice, or it could have been somebody who knew he injured himself in practice, and that practice was held in the within sight of at least 4 people. Second, there was a boy who may have witnessed some things that we've not been able to track down. A little scoundrel who goes through the sewer grate. Ugly, disgusting, but you know what? I applaud your fanboyism. And third, the security personnel, aka Wendy Oldbag, has been withholding some key information regarding instructions given to her by her superiors at the studio. They told her to stay quiet. They told her to not tell everything. And withholding that kind of evidence is suspicious. So, we got Will Powers off the hook for a day. It was almost a guilty verdict right then and there. But we managed to scapegoat onto Wendy Oldbag. So now she's the prime suspect, and we have a little bit more time to start digging around, start investigating, start interrogating all these shady studio heads. But the key clues, if I recall correctly, are as follows. The picture was almost wiped. The timing was off, and the big alibi that we have going for Will Powers is that during the murder, he was in his room, his dressing room, resting. That's the only alibi we have to keep us in the game. I'm going to review my evidence right as we get into it, just to make sure I've got nothing I'm missing. But it has been 2 weeks. 3 weeks? I don't remember. I don't remember when the last time we played this was, but it's been a hot minute. And I barely remember anything, so bear with me as I struggle through the rest of this episode. Turnabout Samurai. I think I did a good job of recapping everything. October 18th. Wright & Co. offices. Whew! What a day! This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and the producer. Yeah, them. Well, stop keeping your hands on your desk. Put them on the cat. Pet the cat. Well, then what are we doing here, then? Let's get to the studios. What's up, B? Okay, let me double check everything I got here. Okay, time of death, 10:15 at 2:30. Cause pierced through the chest by a spear. There's the card key we need. Striking one leg at 2 p.m. 30 minutes before. There's the guide map. He was found dead in Studio 1. And there's a tree blocking Studio 2. We were not able to access that before. Samurai Spear, the murder weapon. Break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. And as we discussed before, there was an incident during the practice that caused this thing to break, and it caused Will Powers to have to nurse an injury on his leg. Hence the limp. This is our Rogues Gallery. Of course, Edgeworth, Dick Gumshoe, Will Powers. God, he's young. Look. My 2 cents. If you can. Try to... Okay. Do as you wish, B. Personally, I would clean it up because I've got the extra time, and I don't want to have to deal with somebody else ripping on me for not cleaning crusty stuff tomorrow. But if you want to let them live in their filth, by all means. Will Powers, age 23, the defendant. He plays a steel samurai. This is Wendy Oldbag. Security guard at the Global Studios claims she saw the Powers heading to the scene. The victim is Jack Hammer, a big-name action star who is waning, unfortunately. Should be doing it better. And Penny Nichols. Assistant in Global Studios in charge of large props and set pieces. All important people. Alright. What to do? What do you think we should do? Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer. Oh, right. Then there's no point in hanging out here. That's what I've been saying! Let's get to the studios pronto! Okay, I shouldn't tease her. I should just go ahead and move. Brother. Yeah, then they're just being freeloaders. It's up to you, B. If you want to leave a mess that they're gonna have to get told to do the next day, hopefully, and hopefully they won't try to blame you for it, up to you. Or you could save their asses and then tell them tomorrow, don't let that happen again. That's what I would do, personally. But, whatever. Alright, let's head to the studios real quick. I got a bad feeling that there's going to be an angry grandma here any second now. October 18th, 2:16 p.m. at Global Studios main gate. No one's here. Right, now they have Miss Oldbag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Oh, she's in the jail cells? Oh dear. Hey, in the guard station! Look, she left her donuts! Maya? No, Maya, we cannot eat that. That is evidence. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a bag, put this in my evidence bag and not in my mouth, and you will leave it there. Yes? Yes. What? I wasn't going to eat them. Alright. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh? Looks like it's been turned off for the day. Nuts. We can't look through it then. Security guard station. Miss Oldbag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk there. Yet she stays so thin. Alright, let me have a quick look. Leave that shit where it lay, yeah. Yeah, leave that shit where it lay, B. It's not your responsibility. It's it's them leaving it for you to do. You can tell them when you see them next. It's not your responsibility. Overhead map of the studio. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Okay. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. I think I've read all of this before. The main entrance to the studios. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Should I go interrogate Miss Oldbag first, though? No, we don't have anything to talk to her about. Let's go ahead and look around while she's not here. Alright, I'm gonna say employee area. Why not? October 18th, Global Studios employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh, actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, I don't know if I trust you with all the big props. Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right. I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go watch to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right. See you later, then. Good luck with your investigation. I could see a size 5 kicking through those easy. So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today. He came in through that drain? Yeah, no, but expecting you to? That's where the line gets drawn. That's horseshit. Like just expecting you without even asking. That's freeloading. So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick! If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I kinda feel sorry for him, though. Don't you? What? Do you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa. She's serious? Uh-oh. I think we want to have a talk with this young kiddo, so let's pop this one open for him. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hey-ya! There! That should make the kids happy. The things we do. I think the boss lady is realizing just how useful I am when it comes to filling the schedule. You have no idea how many times I got called in or swapped around this week. You need the money. She needs the manpower. Drain grate is off. I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Alright. Let's go ahead and move away to the main gate. Oh! Hello! Ho-ho! You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Okay, let's have a chat while we're here. Okay. And thwack. Alright. Hold on. Do you see a notif? Nothing of notes. Oh my god. People are starting to do the Pokemon of the new gen that just got announced. They look awful similar to certain individuals from Hollow Pro. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna put us on there. It's alright. It's alright, I handled it. She had to go to corporate meetings to make. One coworker got sick, one had to attend an appointment, and one quit. We'll see if it's 2. I don't wish ill on anybody when it comes to, you know, overwork. But I hope your manager finds some reliable people to replace you. Because that place feels like it's teetering on the edge with how efficiently you run it. Alright. Ms. Nichols, I'd like to talk to you about the studios. So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with steak bones left over in the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Ugh, hope I'm not getting mold. Yeah, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. That's a red flag, I'm not gonna lie. About the fanboy. Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. The director, et al. I heard something of the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here on the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director. More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Alright, that's all the questions I have. Thank you very much for your time. I think it's time to go have a chat with a kid, assuming he's there. Nope, no one to be found. Alright, let's head back to the studio and have a look through outside Studio 1. Same here. You deal with a lot of stress and you know how to decompress from it. I applaud you for that. Studio October 18th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey, Nick! It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick! Let's go check it out! Agreed. Let's see what we find. Ooh. An incinerator. Convenient place to destroy evidence. No worries, Tony. Do what you gotta. Excusez-moi, I have a notif. It's for a stream. Nothing I need to worry about. Okay. Studio 2 entrance. This place is deserted. Whoa! Nick! What was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. It's Penny. I'm sure she'll be fine with it. Miss Nichols, we require a coin. Okay. Let's see here. Security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want that key to the trailer. Maybe next time. Could we have the... Okay, so we need to get her away from here. That's unfortunate. Maybe. Anybody here? No? Okay, then. So we can't talk to her about the problem. Yeah, it's time to... Let's go snooping around a bit more. Maybe we can look around Studio 1 a bit. Studio 2 a bit. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for the drive! Sure, if I had a license. Hey, me too, Phoenix! That's not a happy thing to talk about. Anyway, I did go driving recently, by the way. I appear to be improving. I didn't make any of the mistakes I used to back in the day. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? I earned something. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate the T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. Well, if they had T-bone steak, where the hell is the T-bone? Hello. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty! They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah, and there's a bent post here too, which means somebody might have stubbed their foot. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. If I could wink, I would, Tony. Shush. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Trailer door, it's locked. The key is probably in the security guard station. I doubt they'd let us borrow it. Alright, we've seen all we can here. Let's go ahead and head into Studio 1, just real quick. October 18th, Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it's a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. Nick. Let me just do a quick once-over here. The outline where Jackhammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny how I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, look! We've already read this. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! Yes, I remember this. Okay. Still plenty of stuff to look at, but I don't think we need to look at any of this. Alright. Think I'm gonna look one more time in the employee area. In the dressing room, why not? Oh no! Oh no. How do I do this? What the fuck? What WTF? Who are you dudes? Yeah, Mel. Oh, you! Huh? We... You. Okay, I need a nerd voice instead. Wait, you first! Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, lamers. How can you not know the great Salmonella? I make till it shows. The Steel Samurai, mine. RTFC, read the film credits. Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry. I just... You look so... sorry. No, quite alright, really. It's fine, Ravel. This guy talks like Michael. What is it? You know, on closer inspection... yeah, hot. Yeah. Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume rocks. Rock swords? What? Hey, you're drooling. You... Huh? No, buffer overrun. You've triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. Can we kill him? Unfortunately, no. He's part of the case. Not yet, B. Not yet. Don't take the shot just yet. Noted. We have no snoozes, actually. Because we used them all last stream. So, oops. It's fine. We can take a break when the ads come around. You have one? Don't worry about it then. Nah, it's fine. We need to get our snoozes back. The sequel to Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Neo Olde Tokyo. Whoa. Raffle, LMAO, Lamau. Pink Princess? Why is it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Olde Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Alright, let's have a couple of conversations before we take a break for ads. Alright, Mr. Manella, can I call you Sal? Sal, is that okay? Sal, would you mind telling me about the day of the crime from your perspective? Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who you dudes are. The security lady told you about us, huh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run through for an action scene in the morning, then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I know, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucksers! I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon until after 4, with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. Alright, what about the producer? Can you tell us anything about her? About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary, though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon till 4 p.m. the whole time. Okay. What about the bigwigs overshadowing all of this? Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss lady over at the network and some sponsors. Also for a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all graziers, yeah. Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. Nothing to... What can I talk about here? I wonder. I try not to pay too much attention to things that don't interest me. LOL. Why are you staring at me like that? Creepy. Creep. Absolute creepazoid. Buff. I do see some dropped frames. Thank you, Tony. Okay, we're gonna take a small break while we let the ads roll on the Twitch side of things, so don't go anywhere, Twitch folks. We'll be back in about 4 minutes or so. Ads will hit in approximately 40 seconds from maybe 30 seconds from this statement. Man. Congrats, B. Freedom. Freedom is yours. Oh, man. I can't believe we have to look at this creep through the entire time. Let's just have a nice clean slate for us to look at. Yeah, and if they ask, you tell them that you're not their mother, basically, what you told us. And if they want to take it up with your manager, they can take it up with your manager, because the manager will probably be on your side. Welcome back to the current day and time. Yeah. Fight fire with fire if you gotta. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of a taste of next week's schedule, because I don't have it finalized just yet. But I'm thinking it's gonna be 4 streams, and one of them, in particular, is going to be one that I've been wanting to do ever since the beginning of this stupid year. I am going to probably spend like 2 to 3 hours going through my anime list and rating the stuff I've completed so far. I've had an account for a long time, like maybe mid last year, and I've racked up quite a library, but I've not rated any of them because I wanted to do it on stream. Kind of wanted to make it like a yearly thing, you know? At the beginning of each year, we can go through like all the stuff I've finished throughout the year. And let me tell you something. I hate to say it, but I might not be immune to the propaganda that is... God, do I want to say this? Okay. I've stated before that I'm a sucker for romance, right? I am also apparently not immune to the propaganda that is enemies to lovers. And I hate it. I really hate it. I hate it, but it's working on me. Oh God. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get why it's so effective, but it works. And the one I'm watching right now is like, what is it? What is it called? Our Last Crusade or the Rise of the New Kingdom, I think is what it's called. It's a little bit on the skeezy side of things, but it's actually a really fun little like kingdom versus empire drama. On top of having some cool concepts, character designs and whatnot. It's nice when it's not based in a high school. And there's very few stuff that does that. Yeah. It is interesting. It is interesting. Unfortunately, it's starting to take a turn towards harem anime, and I'm not a fan of it. But I hopefully it will just focus on the plot at hand and not on the plot, on the subplot, if you take my meaning. But I'm having fun with it. I've got other stuff I should be finishing. Like, admittedly, I should be finishing JoJo, but I don't know what it is. Maybe there's just a limited amount of man I can stand per anime session. I don't know what it is. Hard to say. If you're about to tell me just to put it on in the background, I am not going to, Tony. I appreciate the medium too much. I know it's basically a radio play, but come on. Like, I have to watch it, primarily because, like, tremendous amount of man. Yes, the pillar men are, yeesh levels of amount of man. So, it's a bit tough to watch for somebody who's not a jock. They are. I can't believe I've heard that meme song so many times and didn't know it was from the Pillar Men. It's amazing. I don't know. Maybe when I finish this series right now that I'm working through, I should go back to JoJo. At night, when Mama Bones can't walk in and be like, "What the fuck are you watching, Ricky?" Anyway, welcome on in, TboniDraws. So freaking weird. Alright, Twitch folks are back. We can begin this. We can resume our investigation. Can't believe it. God. Supposedly that's Calliope Mori's favorite part of JoJo too. Or specifically favorite JoJo. I don't know about favorite part, but he is a cool guy. He is a really cool and confident guy, unlike his father, who was like, "I stand for chivalry," and then his son is just like, "I know what you're going to say next, and I know what I'm going to do next, and I know what's going to be said next and done next, and Tommy gun, yeah." It's fun. It's fun. I admire it. It's just a pillar man. They talk a lot. They act like they own the world, and they probably do at some point. Jonathan is grandfather, not father. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Major from Helsinger Bridge planning there. Welcome home, B. Congrats on surviving another shift. Okay. We've seen everything we need to see in here. We've talked about everything we need. We got nothing to present to him. So let's go ahead and move on out of here. Nice to meet you, Mr. Salmonella. Oh, hi!
Aha! You again! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost!
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare steel samurai costume, told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that?
Mr. Powers is pretty tall. How is she here? Why is she here? She got released. They can't hold her forever. Unfortunately.
As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
She still thinks she's useful. Hey, it's gonna be a lie I'm telling myself 30 years from now. Let us enjoy our dreams. I guess that would rule out her being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips.
Starting now! 1, 2, 3!
This lady's too much. Yeah. Old, whatever. If I had hair, I'd be a silver fox. Then who would be laughing? Actually, no, I am not that old. Not yet. Not yet. If only we could call the Albania Mafia to relocate her. Their rates are probably too expensive. I agree. Hell no. No, I'm good. We have too many Kitsune in this world that are already decent individuals. I would sully the brand. I would not sully the brand with my presence there. Alright, so Miss not gonna talk to me. How about we talk for a second? About that kid you said you saw.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick! Look at her eyes! She's serious! Okay. That fanboy's on her shit list. Good to know. About the director. The one who was here on the day of the murder. Hit me up when you see a 9-foot-tall, 3,000-plus-year-old man. Right, I'll tell you when God decides to show his face at some point in this lifetime of mine.
I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it. Alright, cool. Yeah, Listen, can we... Computer that runs security... nope, not what I wanted. Security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras.
Hey, no touching.
Guess I better investigate there later. Alright, I think I know how to get through this one. We probably should have visited her in the studio, in the detention center first. Welcome to the Twitch side of things, B. To the employee area.
Hey! Hey, wait!
I'll bet he came in right through that drain.
Hey, kiddio. What's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that.
Wait.
Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick.
15 and counting, boom boy. Congrats on joining the 15 stream club. It's a high honor and I respect it. Not the computer, we got some keys in there that we need to use on the back studio lot. Somebody's locked in a studio house. That's a fine question, actually. There we go! There's your 15 streak Congrats, Tony. Here's to many more. And if you need to break it, don't worry about it. You know, no, everybody will forgive you at some point. Myself included. It just won't be, you know, anytime soon. Just had to bitch about it and Twitch said, here you go. Hippie fashion. Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad.
I'm Cody Hackins. Call me Kiddio again, and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer.
No, I should go even higher. Should I? Probably not, actually. Alright, young gentleman, young warrior, I'd like to talk to you about the Steel Samurai, if you'd be so inclined. If you ever stream more at a time where I'm sleeping and lose a streak, I swear to the gods. Look, worst case scenario, I stream with Ben or with Faithful again, and it's gonna be during EU time. That's the one time, which might happen soon, depending on how our schedules line up. There's been whispers of a certain golf game involving 2 skeletons. And maybe many more friends. We'll see. Steel Samurai, if you don't mind. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai?
How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai's side. Ha! Ha ha! You can't fool me! Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy! Like some fries with that?
You would play golf. That's a low blow, B. Golf is a fantastic game created by the Scots. This child is mad. That's how fanboys are.
Not bad, kiddio. Watch it.
What are they doing? So, what happened from your perspective, if you don't mind? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything?
He always, the Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. Wait. Let me go.
Ah, crap. He got away. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting here, I wonder? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Oh. I'm so sorry you have nothing to bet on or spend on. I need to do more channel points stuffs at some point. Maybe not redeems, but I don't know. Speaking of, hydrate, I will. Thank you. Oi. I ain't old. I'm just aged. Like a fine wine. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to stick with a standard one. I had some pre-prepared, but I ran out of courtroom scenes that weren't going to be spoilers, so I went with something right off the wrap. We'll see what the next thumbnails look like. Empty bottle slipped into pockets. Label reads sleeping pills. So Powers was intentionally out. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Interesting. Alright. Thanks, Tony, thanks. I'm gonna make fun of you when you're going on 30. Okay, we don't need to talk to him. I think we want to go have a chat with Old Bag. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post.
Hey!
Nick, that was her.
Stop, whippersnapper!
Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy.
Natch!
Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. I appreciate you too, B. Perfect time to go sneak in and grab that key. Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh! This is it, Nick. The trailer key. Give me a second. Sounds like a Studio Ghibli protagonist, not gonna lie. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Yep. Alright, time to go unlock the door and see who's stuck in there. Yippee the theft. Don't call it that. Alright. I don't think we can present, so I think we can just open this one up. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great! Let's go, Nick! She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Not that eager. Dun dun dun. Turnabout of heroes and villains sounds real, to be honest. Yeah, I love doing the chapter-ish names, especially to this. My personal challenge with this series is to fit Turnabout in every single title of the stream series. I mean, at least we do our own investigating. True. Oh. I think we're seeing a lot of stuff we shouldn't be. Studio 2 trailer. Hi. Damn. That is a choice and a half of an outfit.
Eek. Someone's in here.
Names.
Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and
I see.
And who might you be?
D. Vasquez, the producer. D. Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. Very. Miss Vasquez. Hola, ¿cómo está la biblioteca? ¿Dónde está? Anyway. Yeah, but do you really expect something like this, like her to be in here? No, you expect a thief. Anyway, so Miss Vasquez, about the day of the crime. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. What is her pun name? I don't know. Just playing into the role, B. Don't worry about it. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. Script. Diva-esque. Oh, damn! D. Vasquez. Diva-esque. Wow. That's a stretch, but I can appreciate that. Wow. That's good. Script? The Steel Samurai. Episode 13. I need it. Can we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. You're not gonna get anywhere with her, unfortunately, Maya. We're getting nowhere fast. Right. I think this is a stone wall, and we're gonna have to go retrieve it from, I'm gonna guess, the director. Actually, you don't need the script, you want it. Objection! Way to think on your toes, detective. Alright, I need to go to the employee area. Mr. Salmonella, there's a lovely lady in the trailer who doesn't want to talk to us. You wouldn't mind happen to have a script, would you? I think we're gonna have to go talk to her again. I don't think we explored enough of the skill tree. Skill tree? Conversation tree. Back. This is taking forever. Studio 1. Studio 2. Trailer. Ma'am, what about the Steel Samurai? We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez. It's on TV every week. Hello, Rupee. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her! Hey, don't get mad at me. Alright, about the director, Salmonella. Was it? I can't. What, exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Unfortunately, yes, Maya. We are all freaks in the entertainment biz, myself included. I'm a skeleton, you see. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? They're gonna be locked in battle for a long time. We should just walk away, Maya. You're not gonna win this one with D. I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. The memo reads, bring me the script for episode 13. The season finale. Oh my. Alright, we'll do your dirty work. If that's what it takes to get an answer out of you, fine. Mr. Salmonella, we have a request from your producer, who is... And I say this intentionally in a Pepe voice. Smoking okay. Pepe the King Prawn. He's a favorite of my father's, actually. My dad loves Pepe. The King Prawn, not the meme. Alright. Mr. Producer, we got a request to make of you. Here, I got this from the producer.
Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13. Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Yeah. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it.
Nick! It might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. Alrighty, B. Ooh. Enjoy your meal. I agree. Great. Okay, well, I think I saw it over in Studio 1. But I could be mistaken. We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need to get out of here quick. Yeah, it's the director's chair. Of course it is. Agreeance is compromise. Never listen to anyone ever. That's an anarchist way of thinking of things. Ham, egg, and cheese Sammy. Good choice. Good choice. Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. Yep. The director. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick! The script! Good work. Script place in pocket. Must be a tiny script. I got my appetite back today, so I'm taking advantage of it. Nice. Alright, Ms. Vasquez, we have found your script. Now, can we have a conversation, please? An actual one? Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Ooh, Maya did not like that.
Just you hold on. What's the big deal? Who do you think you are anyways? And who do you think and who do you even know? And okay,
Let's try that again.
who do you think you are anyway? And who do you
Whoa, where's my mouth going? It's not attached to my skull, apparently. Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Okay, I know how to read this now.
Who do you think you are anyway? And who do you even know who we are?
Whew, that's a tongue twister of a line. Powers lawyers.
Right.
Am I a suspect?
No, it's just, well, no, but...
You wanted to know about the day of the murder?
Yes.
Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and people from the network. Correct. Now, listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave.
Impossible? Why?
The path was blocked. The path? Why did I accidentally hit... Oh, I know why. About the blocked path. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct?
Mr. Monkey?
The monkey with the broken head.
Oh, right, that.
What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3 p.m. It was 4 p.m. by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. I was the one who blocked the path, sorry. No worries, no worries. Just show up for court tomorrow morning. Stuck in this trailer. Stuck until after 4 p.m. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio One.
What?
It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story.
But wait!
What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio One. 2:30. The time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. This is a weird lady to voice. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke.
Nick! It stopped at 2:15!
2:15? That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4 p.m. Till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio One at 2:30. See? Goodbye. So, nobody from the trailer could have gotten to Studio One, where his body was placed. Mr. Monkey's head data has been added to the court record. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. It sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan out our strategy. Nuts. Well, that was a bummer. Alright, back at the Wright and Co. law offices. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. Yeah, same here, same here. I remember how this one ends too, but I just don't know, like, how we get there either. So I'm gonna try and do this my best I can. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead? Mia! It's you! Just in the nick of time as always. Don't say that, Maya. We're like kind of screwed. That's the right way of looking at it, TboniDraws. What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What did you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. Alright, thank you, Mia. Oh god, here we go again. The whirlwind woman herself, Wendy Oldbag. Back at this Global Studios main gate. What's wrong? I'm not on your roof. Hello, Ryan. Welcome on in. Is that the correct character here? I have no idea. Yeah. She just comes on in. Weighing in at 97 pounds and unknown age, Wendy Oldbag! I love WWE announcers. They're so fun to imitate. What's wrong?
Whippersnapper.
She's been chasing that boy this whole time.
When I catch him,
Get off her lawn, maybe. I don't know about her roof. But points for trying, Ryan. Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him.
I got a hostage now, whippersnapper.
A hostage? What happened to the boy?
If I see him again, I'll lay him flat.
My, what a violent old lady. The director. Actually, I just met with the director just now.
Eh? Ha! My heart. Oh, I don't feel so good.
Is she okay?
Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died.
Right. She was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. You're not gonna go anytime soon, old bag. I think you've still got a lot of fight left in you. You did actually mention that. You mentioned you lost 5 pounds last stream. I won't go into the details of how many pounds I lost, but I am nowhere near where I used to be about 8 months ago. I believe I have lost... Take the 3. Shit, I've lost 50 pounds. terrifying, but it makes sense. Not been going around much, not been eating as much. Yeah. I don't fit into a lot of stuff these days. Yeah, about 50 pounds. A change in diet like that is substantial, I guess. Like, one tangent. I've always known that, like, to be thin as a Mexicano, you have to lose beef. Like, I've known one Mexican girl who was a string bean, didn't eat any sort of red meat at all. No pork, no beef, just chicken. And she stayed thinner than than a support beam. Which isn't hard to do, but you know what I mean. Yeah, self-confidence is all you really need. If you're okay with how you look, it is what it is. Every time I hear thinner, I think of the horror movie. Oh no. The hostage you're talking about. Who or what exactly is it? What's this about a hostage?
Well, when that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one.
It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. Yeah. Let's roll even. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Coney might talk to us if he gave him that. Good idea.
Miss Oldbag, might I? No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do.
Phoenix, do you have anything that might trade with her? A trade, hmm? I wonder. What do I got to trade? Not much. I don't know, bad luck for you. Joy of joys, just what we need for a Capcom game. I take pride in my body type. I have some off days, but damn it, a lot of the days I think I'm hot as fuck. So I'll take what I can get. Amen to that kind of self-confidence, B. It's not as much what kind of deck you're dealt when it comes to body types. It's how you work with it. And I believe anybody can make anything look beautiful as long as you understand what your body type is. And don't try to work against it. Work with it. That's how I survived most of my wardrobe. And a lot of my stuff still looks good on me, even though I'm significantly thinner. Alright, I got nothing to trade with you. So I'm gonna move to Studio 1. Is there anything I could pick up from here? Panel for reflecting light. Call it a reflecting board or something. The attorney Oh, you think? Well, it's worth a shot. Yeah, no, she's not interested. She's too busy catching her breath to tell me anything. Let's see. What about the employee area? Is that kid still around? October 18th, Global Studios employee area. Hey, look who it is! Hey, you, wait! Just a sec! Heck if I know. All I know about his attorney is that take that and end the old bag. Exactly, yeah. Just having confidence in yourself and what you want. Like, knowing what you want. That is the key to having a good wardrobe. Knowing what you want and knowing what works with your body. Not necessarily the same thing. You kind of have to compromise every now and again, but that's for another conversation. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. Alright, you're cornered now, kiddo. I'm sure it was nothing important. But if you got caught watching my stream at work, I am going to hang you for it too. Global Studios dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you! Yep. Damn it, he's getting away. Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please? Come on, kid. Really? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright.
Who asked?
Apparently the business cards we made for someone weren't up to their standards, and guess who the in-house graphic designer is? Ouch. That's some... That is... What's the word I'm looking for? That is a matter of opinion as to whether or not you did a good job. Yeah, exactly. It was their product. They had to give the okay on it, and if they want to go back on their word, that's a shitty thing to do to you, Tony. Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. Alright. Look, hombre, level with me here. We need to know what happened so that we can safely get your hero, Willpower's, off the hook. So let's talk about, one more time, the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai is so cool. I think he's the bomb.
Ha! What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai?
Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid.
Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid.
Ooh. Fun. Yeah, no. Take that 1 star with a grain of salt, Tony. You didn't do anything wrong. It just gave you a fucked up, like, request. So, what happened? So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please?
I don't know nothing.
Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe. Alright. I can't present him with the murder weapon.
The samurai spear! That's totally cool! I wish I had one too.
This kid and Maya would get along great. What if we presented him with this?
Hey! It's a Steel Samurai! Huh? Why is he dragging his foot like that? Where'd you get this anyway?
There's not much I can do with him here. Alright. We'll move on. So, we got Wendy Oldbag to deal with. We need to get that... We need to get that hostage away from her. We don't know what it is. And we need something to trade. Let's see. Is there anything else I can talk to him about? Okay, I need something of Jack Hammer's. Mr. Power's old bag. Now, Phoenix, it's not polite to look through other people's belongings.
Hey, don't look at me! Tell that to your sister.
Yeah, there's nothing of Jack Hammer's I can find in here. What to do? I think... I'm a little lost, but... Not much I can present here. So I think I'm gonna go to the detention center and talk to Mr. Will Powers real quick. October 18th, detention center. Visitor's room. Guess Mr. Powers is in questioning. Oh well. Let's try again another day, Phoenix. Damn. Hey, nice. Okay, I need to talk to you real quick, boss. What do we do? So, what's the best thing to do from here? We need to get to the studio and talk to that boy. Thanks, boss. You know what? You're a real inspiration sometimes. We talked to the boy, but he doesn't want to talk to us about anything else. Yeah, not interested. Gotcha. Not interested. Finally, the Jevil plush is coming in. What, you were talking about your obsession with jesters how long ago? Alright. Maybe it's time we had a talk with another talk with D. Vasquez. No, of course not. I've known a lot of people who have like plushies of their favorite individuals. Incinerate. They apparently just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Live van for moving staff and equipment around. They kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it run fine. Nameless flowers bloom in solitude. Probably only have a proper name, but it's not for me to know. Not now, nor ever till the end of my days. I need a vacation. Alright. Inside the trailer. Oh! Ms. Vasquez is gone. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on the sets! If I recall correctly, Jevil is a Deltarune character. This is where they had that meeting. There were documents and paper cups scattered all around. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. Hey! This Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. If only we can have it. Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. This poster looks like it's been hanging here for years. This is one of Maya's favorite movies. Maybe we should replace the poster in the office with this one. Hold it! We have the post. Oh, okay, we have bargaining. Maya's not going to know about it, and she doesn't have to know about it. That would be kind of sad. Another old movie poster. The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell does samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? It's a samurai musical set in ancient Japan. A samurai musical? Is that even a genre? Hey, everything is a genre. Musicals can apply to almost every kind of life. If they made a musical about sweeping chimneys, you can bet your ass they made a musical about samurai. Well, I'm impressed. You know your stuff, Mia. Oh, Maya's the real fan. I just picked a little up. Okay, so now we know where to get our bargaining chip. Be back later. Have fun. Thank you, Ryan. Time to go back to the office and snag ourselves. Okay, Wright and Co. offices. Okay, let me see if I can actually move anywhere. Nope. Poster of an old movie that Mia liked. Oh, hey! Mia, what's the name of this movie? That movie? Oh, I sure like to see that one again. It's, what was it again? Sorry, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Let me guess. It's a suspense thriller. Nuts. I don't know where that poster is. Well, now what do I do? I'd have to look for an extra poster then. Something of Jack Hammer's. Maybe... That must be a storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Yeah, we're not allowed in there. Alright, I might be overthinking this one. Let's see if there's anything inside Studio 1. No, nothing of note. It's gotta be something of Jack Hammer's. Hold on. Let's have a look around here. See, there's a clock and a speaker in the monkey's head. We usually tell the time by ooking. The clock has stopped at 2:15 now. No clues here. Okay, that's already checked out. This is the path that goes to Studio 2. The mascot's head fell right on the path of the day of the murder. The path was completely blocked between 2 and 4 p.m. What to do? What to do? What to do? You know, one of these days we're gonna finally play Poker Night. Maybe. It's like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. And you'll understand why I say that like I do every single time. Okay. With the steel chair. Glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like the winter's coming. Okay, so all of that taken out. Oh, I'm lost. I'm desperately lost. I haven't played poker in a while. I've actually, you know, I have actually considered, like, hang on, I got another DM. Yes, I've seen that, Michael. Of course I have. It is my Oshi. Yeah, so Poker Night at the inventory is Texas Hold'em. It's also Omaha Hold'em if you feel like it. But it's Texas Hold'em with a bunch of really eccentric video game characters. I announced that they're coming back with a remaster of the very first game. But I own the first and second games myself. Well before they got delisted. If they got delisted. Ooh, good. That's some high stakes poker. I did contemplate like trying to host Poker Night in Discord at some point, but I ain't got the time, man. It'd be a cool community event though. Did you win? Did you win, son? Okay. I'm particularly lost, so let me just... Whew. Can't go in there, can't go in there. Everyone folded, damn. Yep, not interested. Okay. What's this about a hostage? Okay. So there's nothing. We need something to trade with her. But what? I am so lost, man. I am so lost. Do I have to use a guide, man? Let me think about this real quick. So Mia's on the scene. The only thing I can think about is talking to the kid more, but I don't think he's got anything else to say to us. Let me just have a quick look around everything. Okay. Maybe there's something I need to present him with.
Thanks, kid.
Thanks. Okay. Also not interested in the pills. And not much monkey's head. Yeah, you did mention that one time. I do recall that, yeah. Sorry about missing out on the conversation in chat. I'm puzzled. I am puzzled here, man. Wait a minute. Hey, kiddo. Actually, no, you just gave me an idea. Thank you, kiddo. I got something to do. So, even though she's part of the security force, maybe she doesn't have all the right key cards to get in. Miss Oldbag, may I present to you a way to go see Mr. Hammer's last resting place?
Hey, that's a card. Studio 1?
Right, a card key to Studio 1.
I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan.
You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag?
Studio 1 isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then.
If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to go to get into Studio 1. Yeah, no, lend her the card key. We need that hostage. Aw. I'm sure Rupee's nice and snug. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Card key lent to Miss Oldbag.
Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal?
What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card?
That sneaky kid dropped it. I figured it's pretty important to him, though.
Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Trading card. Apparently these are really popular with kids these days. We were just talking about magic the other day. Right. I'm off. There she goes, hobbling off towards the studio. Alright. Now we've got our bargaining chip. Sorry about anybody who was screaming at the screen saying, "Ricky, use your goddamn brain!" To which I say, what brain? There's a brain rolling around in here. Don't worry. I'm just kidding. Alright. We'll move in here and wait for the free Twitch viewers to come on back after the ad break in about 30 seconds or so. Let's take a quick stretch. Sip the last of the water and refill it. Man, you know, when I was a kid, I used to read aloud to my folks all the time. Used to speed read all the time. I'm gonna be real, I never expected to be like doing this as a streaming hobby. Read-alongs are fun. Read-alongs are a lot more fun than I gave them credit for. Or I guess visual novels help a lot. Like, I'm not just reading stories to y'all. Y'all get to see exactly what's going on screen. You're calling me a nerd? Who's the one sitting here enjoying this? At least I get to flex my voice acting chops. One of these days I'll put together a stupid demo reel. I've even got my own room to myself now. I don't know why I'm not doing this. Yes, very much so. I know that your appetites leave when you least expect them. It sucks. Okay. What is this? That. Wow, okay. Just double checking my phone real quick. I know. So, for some context, Tony shared with me I can go look at this real quick in my DMs. Who was it you sent me? I think it was McGlynn something. I just look past all the resume stuff. Ah, yes. Kaylee Gasperi McKee. That one. A voice actor with immense vocal range. Like, she is the voice of Testament in Guilty Gear Strive. Yes. The androgynous individual known as Testament, with a deep voice that sounds masculine. She can go masculine and feminine on a whim. It's amazing. She's on YouTube. A streamer, I believe. Yeah. And it's played by a woman who can do both female and male vocals in the voice acting booth. It's amazing. She did a video where she read off Testament memes in his voice, in their voice. I always forget if Testament is non-binary. I think they are, but I could be mistaken. But like, God, what a pull. What a pull to find a voice actor who can do both, specifically for an androgynous character. That's one hell of a way to be born for the role, man. That's really one hell of a way to be born for the role. Well, yeah. Uh-oh, hold on. Ooh, okay. Cool. We might have something to raid into later. Yeah, I know. Absolutely wild. I think, personally, like, okay, I understand that athletes have to be born to play football. I think she was born to be able to play both roles because her speaking tone is relatively like tenor in a way. So I can understand how she can go both ways in the voice acting world. But I've heard of other people who can also go both ways. Like, there was a couple of them really popular back in the day on YouTube. Like, they did Disney songs as both the prince and the princess. And it was like a male vocalist doing both. I'm fairly certain I could not do both because my voice is too husky. My voice just has too much husk to do any of that kind of stuff. But I can do really monstrous stuff, and I can do really Ikemen stuff sometimes. Sometimes, if my voice is into it. Alright, free Twitch viewers are back. We are moving on with our investigation. Kid, young warrior, I have retrieved your beloved Steel Samurai trading cards. Take these in good health. Cody, this look familiar?
Hey! My UR!
You are?
Huh? UR! Don't you know? Ultra rare! That card's really hard to get! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb.
I'll give you this, if you help me. Well, yeah, everybody can sound deeper at the start of their day. Like, I looked this up recently because I was wondering about it myself. Your voice is naturally deeper when you wake up because you are laying down for hours at a time. And when you're laying down for hours at a time, water, mucus, and other stuff that's normally inside your body nestles into your vocal cords. And so when you wake up, your vocal cords are bigger and thus they are deeper because vibrations against thicker objects sound deeper. Case in point, bass guitars, you know? So, when you stand up, walk around, take some water, your voice normally returns back to normal within about an hour. So, if you're doing singing practice, make sure you do it after you've waken up. Or if you're doing singing at all. I can literally sound like a neutral gendered person as long as I'm stuck using my customer service voice throughout the day. I don't know, man. Sometimes I wish I had a higher tone because, like, whenever I whenever I go into like this kind of voice, it just it makes me sound more serious than I am, or like monstrous, and I sound like that whenever I'm like talking low to like family members, and they're like, or like customers sometimes, and I'm like, no, I'm not threatening you. I just sound like this when I'm relaxed, man. No, I'm good. I've had to learn how to live with this one. I don't... Look, Cake suffers as it is because he has a higher vocal tone than I do. I understand he goes through much suffering because of it, so, you know. No, actually, Tony. I don't think I ever heard that name. But, yeah. I've spent a lot of time getting used to my voice, trust me. And, like, I have to listen to it constantly because I'm a streamer. And I used to think it was weird. I used to think it was textured, broken up, but now it's just me. And I've come to understand that Hispanic voices, particularly if you want somebody to voice a dead man, get a Mexican. Because we have some of the richest tones in the country. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've worked with people who are Hispanic at my old jobs and been like, dude, there's like a tome inside of your voice. Oh yeah, you do have a relatively deep yet feminine voice, so it's interesting. It's interesting. Anyway, we're back. Let's go ahead and get back to this business. I'll give you this, if you help me.
But that's my card! By offering me something I already own, you're in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever. I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble. If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra cards. Come on! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Premium, rare. Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? Great.
Alright. No go there, I guess. Well, hell. Now what? Can't go back. Okay, hold on. Studio 1. Studio 2. I wonder. Aha, we found somebody else. It takes a bit. I'm not gonna lie. So, okay, let me clue you in on something, B. Nobody ever sounds like they do talking in real life that they do talking on microphones. Microphones are magical devices that absolutely screw with your perception of your own voice. Some are keyed to be more bass heavy, which makes you sound deeper. Some are keyed to be more high tone, which you sound higher than you are. And some are just broken so that you sound like 3 semitones deeper than you are. In my case, I have had the fortune to invest in professional quality microphones that more or less make me sound exactly like I do everywhere I am. The V, it's a hit. With V, what isn't a hit? from all the secondhand conversations I've heard about V, what isn't a hit? Let me ask you that. But it's just a matter of understanding. Man, fair enough. No, it's like seeing yourself on screen, hearing yourself on screen. Both things take time to get used to. I'm not gonna lie. And it's really just understanding that, yes, it is your voice. Yes, it is your voice. It's yours. You can bend it to whatever whim you please, and don't give a damn about what everybody else thinks about it. Whether they think it's annoying, appreciate it, who cares? You were born with it, you'll die with it, it'll change over time a little bit, but it's still you. Just like your body, have some faith in yourself. Alright, back to the game. Oh, hi. Hello, what brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you. Doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? No, she's the same as always. Totally not bursting at the seams in certain places. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Listen, about the fanboy. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. The security lady was chasing him around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fists back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. About Mr. Hammer, the deceased. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's really terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? Give me a second, I need to clear my throat. It's also the fact that I'm forced to realize that that is what I sound like to others. That's fair. That's fair, I guess. No, what? I'm sorry. I already hydrated, don't worry. Alright. A little bit of a stretch. I'm okay. I'm still sore from walking around the mall yesterday, actually. I did a lot of steppies. How many? I'll never know because I don't carry that kind of Fitbit on me. I shouldn't have said anything. What happened? Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Alright. So... You wouldn't happen to know anything about these cards, would you? Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card! Good for you, B. I can imagine that being the case given your line of work. At least what little I understand about it. I did. It was a good time. Honestly. They didn't have the arcade like you saw. They didn't have the fighting game cabinets like you saw, but it was fun. It was a fun little outing with friends. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. Wait. That's it! That's the card I need! You know how long I've been looking for it. I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg of you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you my ultra rare premium card. Trade me a
Huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please!
That's quite the trade-up.
Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everybody getting so excited about? Trade, damn it! We need that card. The kid's looking for it. Okay. Really? Thanks! Then this is for you. An ultra rare premium steel samurai collectible card. Very valuable. Ultra rare premium card added to the court record. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Maya said the exact same thing. Oh, man. You know, I don't understand how every time, by the way... Oh, I forgot to talk about this. Your boy's a silver medalist. Yet again. But not in Vylimpia, but rather... myself, Doug, and Fabulich placed another great time in Shredder's Revenge recently. Last training session on Wednesday, we placed second in the three-player runs for the arcade. Technically gold if you go by platform, yeah. Yeah, you were there for that, B. But I wanted to share it on the YouTube community, but I'm going to do that after I post my schedule and the video and the top 8 edit tomorrow. It'll be an in case you missed it kind of deal. But yeah. Can't believe we just pulled that off. On a whim. Alright. May I present to you an ultra rare premium steel samurai collectible card, very valuable. And the reason it got brought up is because during the entire run, Tony's just in the background scanning Pokemon cards to appraise for a friend. God, we're such professional speedrunners, y'all. Legit, totally legit. It's fine. Doug doesn't have any rules against people joining in and watching. See this card? Yeah, so? Wait! That's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need! Come on, give it to me, please! You gotta give it to me! Wow. I've never seen him so eager. Yeah, you were playing House Flipper, too. Right, okay. How about a trade? You're on! I'll give you Steel Samurai, I'll give you Samurai Spear, and throw in an Evil Magistrate to boot! No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards. I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. URP card given to Cody. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow. Alright, kid, so you're going to be put on trial. You're going to be put behind a podium and forced to talk in front of a bunch of adults. I don't know how you feel about that, but it's going to happen. So, about the Steel Samurai. So, you like the Steel Samurai. He's so cool! I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, his life! I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Oh, me? Yeah, I, love the Steel Samurai. Wow! Oh god, my voice. I'm not gonna be able to hold it together for the courtroom scene, unfortunately. Not today. My voice might be busted from dinner. Or lunch, I don't know. So tell me, what is your favorite thing about... Tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. His kind nature. Right. Come on, think of something. I really like his, kind nature. What a guy. Totally. He looks so tough, but inside, he's as gentle as a kitten. Yeah. So, what else do you like about him? Don't tell me I have to keep this act up. So, tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is?
his fighting skills. Got to think of something. Oh, that's rough. Good luck, Tony. I hope they aren't trying to put the hammer down on you now that they know they might not have you for forever. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah! Whizzam! The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Check this out. It's my fan album. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public? Hey! Those aren't stupid. Those are awesome. Those are rad. I've been seeing public wrestling matches, and they're really cool to be up close for. Like legit, they're really cool. I saw someone get a hurricanrana, and I got to hear the mat slam. Oh, so good. It's not stupid. It's not stupid. It's fun. I'm a nerd. Oh my god, that reminds me. I was waiting for a program and NXT was on public television. And goddamn, those newbies really work to make themselves shine. So good. Public wrestling is amazing, yeah. Yeah, I wish I knew more locals around my area. I've only seen one local at San Japan. Ever seen Navy wrestling? No. No, that's a new one for me. Damn. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Whizzam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Check this out. My new digital camera. My public access sometimes has it on. Nice. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I got it just for my birthday. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I'm happy to accept it. Thank you. I had to give up my shift this Thursday. It is a 2001 moment, isn't it? Yeah. That cute little camera. I'm trying to remember if I had anything like that. No. I will tell you this, like, I think I haven't told y'all much about it, but me and Cake are like a filmmaking duo. Have been for a long time. And we started out with like little digital shitty cameras that ran on AA's. And we've had so many throughout the years just like that. Ooh, creepy. So I've definitely handled my fair share of crappy little digital cameras that were worth like $60. I've also handled DSLRs, and those are terrifying to handle. But I've learned a lot about cinematography thanks to me and Cake's little expeditions to film stuff that has only gotten us in trouble with the police once. Only once. And I reminded him of it every time. He's like, yeah, Ricky, let's go out and film at a public area with toy guns. Hermano, do you want us to die again? Do you want us to die? In Tejas of all places? It's whatever. We haven't gotten in trouble since, and we have a lot of precautions when we do filming. But yeah. And to be fair, when the police did stop us, it was not because they were like, hey, you're filming without a permit. No, it was like they were really concerned about people shooting BBs at the local wildlife. And we were holding like toy BB guns. So, you know, it's a major concern, I guess. Path to Glory received. Contains photos of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. Yeah, we do have stuff like that. We have high visibility vests for the cameramen. Specifically me, because I'm 80% of the time I'm his cameraman. So, you know. Who shoots BB as animals? Sick people in the head. Sick in the head people. And bored people, which there is a lot of in our neck of the woods. Okay. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. Alright. What happened exactly, kid? You were here on the day of the incident, right? He did it to the wrong guy's dog. The dog bit him good. Got a lot of issues. Yeah, no. It's cruel and unusual, and it happens every now and again. Yeah? Did you see anything unusual? Cody? Talk to the nice lady, Cody. Cody, he needs to know this. He needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice, too. I saw everything. Well. We might get some useful information out of him yet. What'd you see? In full detail, if you don't mind. Cody, Yes, the belly slap. Every good dog and cat enjoys that every now and again. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2 p.m. I had to come in through the woods out back so that the old ladies wouldn't see me. Got kind of lost, though. I was in there for maybe half hour or so. So that puts him at 2:30, time of death. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy! He used his samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast. I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. Technically, it's illegal for one to question a minor without guardian's consent and or presence. Just saying. Yes, but this is anime, where laws are loose every single time. Fun fact, the Wikipedia article for a list of Ace Attorney characters is kinda bad. Huh. For Wikipedia specifically, I can believe that. Fan wikis are usually better places to get the information. Indeed. So, the only person left who it could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal! Hi, detective. How did you get through the door? You look like you'd be wedged in the frame, like Austin Powers. I heard everything. This boy here is a key witness, and he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct. No, I ain't going. Wah! Oh dear. That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come to the trial tomorrow, please! I need you there! Phoenix, Can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent?
Yes. Of course he is.
That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then.
Great. Thanks, Mia.
See you soon.
Oh, no. Where are we at?
I don't know, man. I don't know if my voice is up to doing an entire courtroom scene. I think we're gonna have to do that next time. I bet he does give good hugs. Mama Bones is always commenting about how I give good hugs, and I'm sure his are nice. Maybe a bit stiff, given his potential muscles under all that shirt and fabric and all that. Nah, legit, my voice is dying. That's what happens when you have 2 streams in a row, folks. I can't do it. I can't do it. I know y'all want it. I know y'all want to see the courtroom, but I gotta take care of my voice, and it's not cooperating with me, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Hopefully we remember all the clues when we get into this courtroom scene, but I think I made some mistakes with that kid's voice. Not gonna lie. That was a lot of investigating. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, folks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I need to rest up. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's programming. Tomorrow, you do have some things to look forward to. Of course, we have the schedule that I have to work on a second I log off here. I'll have all the streams for the week up as well. And we do have a specific channel to raid right after this. Thank you, B. Thank you for understanding. And let me tell you something. We were this close to this being a Pokemon Leaf Green stream. But I know y'all are really invested in the good times that we have here on Phoenix Wright. So I didn't want to deprive you of that. It would have been reading anyway, so. Soon, though. Soon, I will start a playthrough of that at some point. But there's a lot of stuff that needs to get done first. Skyward Sword when Dark Souls 2 ends. And considering how much I've been grinding, we might be blasting through that game very soon. Next time, though, we are going to take a diversion from the route we were on, though. Because I recalled off-stream that we may have missed something. Missed something very cool and important. Yeah, if you do need to raid and run, folks, or if you want to hop off early, you're more than welcome to. I'm not keeping you here. But we will be back Sunday for more Dark Souls 2, and we have 4 streams scheduled for next week. Can't tell you when exactly, but you will get the schedule tomorrow. So until next time, folks, thank you very much for sticking around until the end. VOD watchers, if you see this, I appreciate you as well. Thank you for all the likes, subscriptions. We are 10 away from 600 subscribers, and I can't believe it. And we're closing in on having only 500 hours left to earn for monetization here over on YouTube. So, thank you very much for everything. Thank you very much for all the redeems. And as always, folks, take care, be safe, memento vivere, memento mori, and enjoy writing your life story. Have fun over at Vylympia, and they're going to be playing some... Oh my god, I actually see myself on screen. They're playing Hunger Games Simulator with all the reps, heads, and a couple of competitors. So wish me luck with surviving.